Nitai Shri Gaura Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol. So for this morning's class, we're taking a verse from the Lila, chapter 10, verse 120. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dvibhai Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dvibhai Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Anybody wants to try? Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavane Namera Shakshi Dubai. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Pati Pravana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Patita Pavana Namera. Ladies, Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Mahakripa Patra Prabhu Jagai Madai Mahakripa Patra Jagai Mahakripa Prabhu Jagai Patita Pavana Namera Shakshi Dubai. Word for word translation. Mahakripa Patra, object of very great mercy. Pabura of the Lord. Jagai Madai. The two brothers Jagai Madai. Patita Pavana, deliverer of the fallen. Namera, of this name. Shakshi, witness. Dui by these two brothers. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Laisi Bhakti Vedanta Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Jagai and Madai, the 89th and 99th branches of the tree, were the greatest recipients of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. These two brothers were the witnesses who proved that Lord Chaitanya was rightly named Patita Bhavana, the deliverer of the fallen souls. Please repeat responsibly. Jagai and Madai, the 89th and 90th branches of the tree were the greatest recipients of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. These two brothers were the witnesses who proved that Lord Chaitanya was rightly named Patita Pavana, the deliverer of the fallen souls. Srila Prabhupada's purport. In the Gaura Ganodesh Dipika 115, it is said that the two brothers, Jagai and Madai, were formerly doorkeepers named Jai and Vijay, who later became Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Jagai and Madai were born in respectable Brahmana families, but they adopted the profession of thieves and rogues, and thus became implicated in all kinds of undesirable activities, especially women hunting, intoxication, and gambling. Later, by the grace of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, they were initiated and they got the chance to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. As a result of chanting, both brothers became exalted devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The descendants of Madai still exist, and they are respectable Brahmanas. The tombs of these two brothers, Jagai and Madai, are in a place known as Goshahata or Mandaitala Grama, which is situated about 1 mile south of Katwa. It is said that Sri Gopicharan Das Babaji established a temple of Nitai Gora at this place about 250 years ago. Omagyan Timridasya Gyanan Gyanashala Kayak Shakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahogana Ragunastam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamscha Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarvyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Translation again. Jagai and Madai, the 80th, 89th, and 90th branches of the tree, were the greatest recipients of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. These two brothers were the witnesses who proved that Lord Chaitanya was rightly named Patita Pavana, the deliverer of the fallen souls. Ugam karoti vachalam pangum lagayete grim yatkri patamahan vande Shri Guru Dina Taranam Kuramanam Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Akanda Mandala Karam Vyaptaina Chara Charam Tatpadam Dashitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So thank you very much for giving the opportunity to say a few things about this wonderful pastime that took place when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees were on this planet. When I was asked to select a verse for our discussion, I went through a number of verses and I thought this is the most appropriate because it talks about Mahakripa. Mahakripa simply means the great mercy that was experienced by the great recipients. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the giver of the greatest mercy. And Jagai and Madai, they were the recipients of this great mercy. One may ask the question, does it mean that we are not the recipients of Mahaprabhu's mercy? Or does it mean that nobody else can receive such mercy as Jagai and Madai did? These are very genuine questions, genuine concerns. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is directly related to the fallen position of the living entity. Kripa Shuddha Sharit Yasya. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, Vishwam Apalavati Api Nicho or Nicha Gati Sadabati Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Bhaje. That according to how fallen the living entity is, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he shows that degree of mercy. The more fallen the living entity is, the more mercy Lord Chaitanya gives to the living entity. And so this is compared to a river. A river normally flows from the hilltop to the downs. So we see here that Jagai and Madai, they were the most fallen. looking at their activities, they were the most fallen. Everybody in Navadvip feared them. They were thieves, they were rogues, they were murderers, they were drunkards, they were woman hunters. Just name any criminal activity. Just describe any wayward activity, and you would find it in them. They were the residents of all sinful activities. That is Jagai and Madai. Yet, they were able to receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in abundance. So that means that if we consider ourselves very fallen, if we consider ourselves the lowest, if we admit that we are so fallen, even more fallen than Jagai and Madai, then surely the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda will flow down to us. That is a lesson carried by this verse. That the most fallen one feels, the more mercy he receives. So Jagai and Madai, they felt like that. Indeed, before they met Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, they were not feeling like that. They were thinking they're the champions of Navadvip. Because people feared them. Nobody wanted to associate with them. Nobody wanted to go near them because they were treacherous, they were dangerous. But by the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, when they wounded Lord Nityananda, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so angry that he wanted to invoke his Sudarshan Chakra and cut off their heads for committing such a great offense. Maha Vaishnava Parad. Lord Nityananda reminded Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, said, in this life, we have not come to kill. In this life, we have come to give mercy. The killing is to kill their false ego. The killing is to kill their nonsense. The killing is to convert them into Vaishnavas. When we kill their demonic nature and we make them pure devotees, that will be most glorious than to just sever their heads. And by that statement of Sri Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he withheld himself and did not invoke the Sudarshan Chakra. But when Lord Nityananda spoke like this, it touched the heart of Jagai and Madai. They felt, this person, he is so merciful. He is so grateful. He is so wonderful. That even though we have hurt him, we have wounded him, but he is still begging on our behalf. He is still speaking on our behalf. He is our advocate. Therefore, they accepted their fault. They accepted their fallen position. They accepted their degraded situation. And they begged for the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is described as the deliverer of the most sinful people. Loka Saba Odarite Tomara Avatar Muni Bada Duki Mora Karaha Odaraha. As an incarnation of God, you are delivering so many fallen souls. I am also a greatly unhappy fallen soul. Kindly deliver me. So Lord Caitanya is described here as the deliverer of all fallen souls. Patita Pavana. So, Prabhu Maharaj is praying to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I am also one of the fallen souls. Please deliver me. And we know who Prataparudra is. He's the king of Puri. Gajapati is the king of Puri. And everybody is offering obeisances to him. Everybody is obeying his orders. Yet, in order to receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prataparudra places himself in a very lowly manner, in a very fallen situation. Only that attitude, that mentality, that mindset will draw mercy from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We know the story. Prataparudra Maharaj had tried many ways to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has sent very exalted devotees like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Gopinath Acharya, and many more to plead on his behalf. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused. He refused to meet him. But the devotees are always merciful. They will find ways and means to get the Lord to deliver his mercy to the conditioned souls. So they told Prataparudra Maharaj that the only opportunity whereby you can get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that you must humble yourself. Dress like a Vaishnava, simple clothes. The day of the Ratha Yatra, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he dances so much, he'll be tired, he'll be exhausted, and he will go into the Vallabha gardens, and he will take rest there. You go in the dress of a Vaishnava, and you learn this mantra, the songs of the gopis, and begin to recite those prayers to the hearing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and begin to massage his lotus feet. Surely, you will get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so, Prataparudra Maharaj, he did exactly that. He dressed himself in a dhoti, put on kantimala, with a chadar, with Vaishnav tilak. He waited. And as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in tired and went to relax, he started massaging the lotus feet of the Lord and began to recite the prayers, the song of the gopis. And Mahaprabhu was so happy. He did not even look to see who is chanting those mantras, who is massaging his lotus feet. He just embraced him. And so at that time, Prataparudra Maharaj is telling the Lord, as an incarnation of God, you are delivering so many fallen souls. I am also a greatly unhappy fallen soul. Kindly deliver me by your mercy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came into this world to give us the mercy of the holy name. Lord Chaitanya, one of his principal reasons for descending into this world is to give the highest gift, which is the holy name. Anytime he delivers a living entity, he awards him the mercy of the holy name. He awards him the nectar of the holy name. So it is said, Caitanya-caritāmṛta makaranda liho baje. Ye shamprasada mantrena pamaropi amaro bavet. That, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply by the costless mercy of the devotees engaged in licking the honey from his lotus feet, even a fallen soul becomes eternally liberated. So it means that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has empowered his pure devotees to deliver the same mercy that the Lord has been delivering. Actually, it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the tree of love. Premamaro Taro is the tree of love, a huge tree of love of Godhead. And the devotees are just like branches. They're like branches. And each devotee carries the same message of the Lord. He carries the same mercy of the Lord. And we can see that. It is said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he delivered 2 Jagai and Madais. Isn't it? 2 Jagai and Madais. How many Jagais and Madais did Srila Prabhupada deliver? Unlimited. I'm one of them. Before I came to Krishna consciousness, before I got to know about the Srila Prabhupada's philosophy, I was lost in the material world, behaving the same way Jagai and Madai were behaving. Because out there, everyone is looking for some pleasure. And without Krishna consciousness pleasure, without devotional pleasure, without the sweetness of the holy name, one is bound to scratch the material world. One is bound to rub the senses against the objects of the senses in attempt to glean some little pleasure. And that is what material life is all about. Everyone is working very hard so that he can gratify his senses. But the senses cannot be satisfied. The senses are described as unloyal wives. You feed them and feed them and feed them, still they want more. So in the material world, everyone is working very hard to satisfy his 6 senses, including the mind. But no one is getting satisfied. Until by some special arrangement, some special mercy, then we come in touch with a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as soon as we come in touch with a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the mercy begins to flow. In the conversation between King Nimi and the Nava-Yojendras, the issue of the rarity of the human form of life, Dulrabo Manasho Deho, Dehinam Shana Bangura, that the human form of life is very rare to achieve. It's very difficult to achieve. But unfortunately, when we achieve it, we simply engage in sinful activities, in sense gratification, and we degrade ourselves more and more and more. But the real purpose of getting the human form of life is to gain the association of the devotees of the Lord. To gain the association of the devotees of the Lord is actually the goal of this body. Vaikuntha Priya Darshanaha. Vaikuntha Priya Darshanaha. But Kali Yuga is full of Jagai and Madais. Jagai and Madais. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has not given us up. He has arranged for a great personality like Srila Prabhupada to appear in this world to deliver all the Jagais and Madais. That is a special mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And once it's delivered, then Lord Chaitanya gives you the holy name. He gives you the nectar of the holy name. He gives you the taste for the holy name. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Bhava Mitahiyaha Aswadyan Swadayam Bhaktam Preman Diksham Ashikshayat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is to taste the nectar of the holy name, initiate the chanting of the holy name, and influence everybody else to accept the holy name. That is his mission. He has come to campaign about the glorious nature of the holy name. And anyone who receives Mahaprabhu's mercy, you become a recipient of the holy name. You chant the holy name. You become purified by the holy name. And your going back home, back to Godhead, becomes guaranteed. So Jagai and Madai, even though they are considered the most sinful, even though they were rejected, but at the end of it all, they receive such unlimited mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we are also fortunate that we have met a representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Actually, Lord Nityananda is the giver of the mercy. If Lord Nityananda did not intervene when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was summoning the Sudarshan Chakra, these sinful persons, Jagai and Madai, would have lost their heads. But because Lord Nityananda is the ocean of mercy, he immediately intervened. So it is said, to get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we first of all seek the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, we cannot get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the example is right here. The Jagai and Madai, because Lord Nityananda became favorably disposed towards them, they easily obtained the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he coined a prayer in praise of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Nityanando Vatu Tendur Vasuda Prana Valabaha Janavir Jivita Patir Krishna Prema Prana Prabhu Padma Vati Sutta Srimam Sachirananda Purvajaha Bhavom Mata Jagat Rakta Rakta Gaura Kelevaraha. Lord Nityananda is always intoxicated. What is he intoxicated with? He's intoxicated with the love of God. And because he's always intoxicated, he doesn't make any differences. He doesn't discriminate. He gives his mercy without discrimination. Whether you are qualified, you're not qualified, Lord Nityananda doesn't see that. He is the embodiment of eternal bliss, the moon of all the avadutas. He is always maddened by overwhelming ecstasy, the embodiment of love of Godhead. He is therefore the savior of the entire universe. That is the position of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And so, we seek the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu in order to get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagai and Madai, they were fortunate. Even though they misbehaved, even though they harmed Lord Nityananda, but Lord Nityananda did not he did not react negatively. He did not revenge. He simply gave them mercy. That is Lord Nityananda. Even when he was wounded, he was thinking of mercy. How many of us will be wounded by someone, and within the core of our hearts, we are praying for them to get mercy? But that was the position of Lord Nityananda. He was so merciful, he was so kind, that even though they broke his head, he was not bothered about the wound. He was simply thinking, how can I deliver these sinful people? So we have the same opportunity. We have the same opportunity. If we simply chant the names of Krishna, simply follow the orders of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and his pure devotees, Lord Nityananda will show us mercy. He is always merciful. Anybody who approaches Lord Nityananda does not go away without a gift. Even thieves who went to rob Lord Nityananda, they ended up becoming lovers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone who is favored by Sri Nityananda Prabhu is a recipient of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So therefore, every one of us should pray for Lord Nityananda's mercy. That should be our main goal. How we can get Lord Nityananda's mercy. So it is said that this prayer, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has coined. It is for the purpose of invoking the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So we can find this prayer in many places. If you Google, you can find it. Nityananda Vatu Tenduru Vasuda Prana Valabaha Janavir Jivita Patir Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu Padma Vati Sutta Srimam Sachirananda Purvajaha Bhavum Mata Jagat Rakta Rakta Gora Kalevaraha. That anyone who recites this prayer every day between 6:30 and 8:30, he will receive the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And whatever obstacles are disturbing your devotional service will be eradicated. So therefore, every devotee should find this prayer, Lord Nityananda's prayer, Lord Nityananda's glorious names, 12 names, and chant them every morning. in order to gain the mercy, the unlimited mercy of Sri Nityananda. And once we get the mercy of Sri Nityananda, just as Jagai Madai did, the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is available. Kantanchana Smriti Yasmin Duskaram Sukaram Bhavet. Vishmrite Vipariyatam Syat Sri Chaitanya Namami Tvam. That things that are very difficult to achieve become very easy if we remember the names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I think that are very easy to obtain. If we forget Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they become very difficult to achieve. So, by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, we can receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And once we receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then everything else becomes easy. But if we fail to get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, we would not get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if we don't get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even very, very easy things become difficult to achieve. So the secret is, one must first approach Sri Nityananda Prabhu, seek his mercy. And as soon as one gets that mercy from Sri Nityananda Prabhu, getting the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes very easy. And once we get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most difficult task becomes very easy. So therefore, the two personalities, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, they appear in this world just to give us the mercy. Vande Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodudo, Gaudadaye Pushpavanto, Chitra Sando Tamonudo. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, they have appeared on the horizon of Gaudadesh. And what is the purpose? They have appeared like the moon, like the sun and the moon. Lord Chaitanya resembling the sun, and Lord Nityananda resembling the moon. These two personalities, they have appeared on the horizon of Gaudadesh for the purpose of dissipating all darkness that has engulfed the world. So if you want to be free from the darkness of Maya, then you must take shelter of these great personalities, Lord Nityananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is what Gaura Purnima offers to every living entity. Gaura Purnima means we want to take shelter of Lord Nityananda, we want to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by taking shelter of these two lords, our lives will become perfect. Hare Krishna. So if there are any comments, we're supposed to end the class at 9 o'clock. Any comments or questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful and inspiring class. Prabhuji, like in the case of Jagai Madai, they are always grateful. Like after hitting Nityananda Prabhu, he is so compassionate. Even after that also, every day they were repenting and then they were meditating on what they have done, and then they are shedding tears. So if in my case, if I take like the beginning, that gratefulness was there. So as we get into the family of ISKCON and then we try to contribute, so that gratefulness should increase, yes. But it is getting reduced. So how to increase the gratefulness so that we can always be a recipient of mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda?
Thank you, Prabhu. Very wonderful question. You see, as we grow in Krishna consciousness, our gratefulness should increase, not the other way around. So Prabhu's question is, how can we increase that gratefulness? It's a very important question. The more our gratefulness increases, the more we make advancement. And the less our gratefulness becomes, the less the advancement. So, we should be grateful. In fact, it is said that every blessed day, we should count the mercies that we are receiving. Every day we are receiving a bundle of mercy from the Vaishnavas, from the spiritual master, from the deities, from so many sources. Every day we are receiving some mercy. So once you rise up from bed, it is said you should count your blessings. And before you take rest in the night, again you count your blessings. If you count your blessings, then you will always remain grateful. First and foremost, you are able to chant Hare Krishna, you are able to practice Krishna consciousness because you have got the association of devotees. Because you've gotten the mercy of the spiritual master. Because Krishna has intervened in your karmic chain and that has brought you here. Because the sages, the previous acharyas, they have taken trouble to set the path for us. They've written all these books to give us knowledge. So we are always indebted to these people, and therefore we have to be grateful to them. So once we wake up in the morning, that's the first thing we should remember, that I am surviving by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, by the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of the acharyas, by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy that is flowing unlimitedly from the spiritual sky. And before we sleep, again, we should take notice of the mercies that we have received during the day. And in this way, we would not forget that we are surviving. We are actually growing by the mercy of the devotees. So we need to appreciate the association of devotees. We need to appreciate the mercy of the spiritual master. We need to appreciate the contribution of the acharyas. We need to appreciate Krishna's own mercy. We need to appreciate. And the more we appreciate these things, the more our gratefulness will increase. If we are taking things for granted, if we think it's just natural, these things are just happening automatically, then we don't show appreciation to anyone. But if we realize that these mercies are coming because of the Vaishnavas, because of the Guru, because of the Acharyas, because of Krishna, then we would appreciate these things, and that will help increase our appreciation and gratefulness for this Krishna consciousness. I hope this answers your question. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. It's 9 o'clock. Question? Yes, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for
Thank
your
you.
lecture. Jagai Madhai need mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda both simultaneously.
Yeah.
Lord Nityananda is very much tolerant, very much soft, and Lord Chaitanya is very much intolerant and very hard. So both brothers are needed, not one.
Agree.
Both are needed. So Lord Nityananda is tolerating And Lord Chaitanya is not tolerating. He is fire, like fire, and he is ready to kill. I will kill. But Lord Chaitanya is not killing, but he is showing his disc, chakra. And he gives the opportunity to Nityananda that beg mercy for them. So Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, when both are together, then anybody can be rectified. Otherwise, this is not the way that we keep on tolerating and they will keep on offending. So, just like in case of Pandavas were so much tolerating, and the Kauravas were taking advantages of their tolerance, and Krishna was in favor of fighting. But in this case of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya did not kill, but he showed that he will kill, but he was giving opportunity to Nityananda, beg mercy for him. So this is the planning. This is the plan of both Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda to rectify. Otherwise, they are not going to see the mercy of Nityananda. They will think that he is afraid, and we are authorized to offend. But when Lord Chaitanya comes and shows the death personified, he is going to kill.
That was his mercy also.
Yes.
His mercy was to show his anger.
Yeah.
And by showing the anger,
Yeah.
he surrendered to Nityananda.
Yes.
And they got
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.